Here's a little video of the tank. Lots of cool corals. This is the top half of the tank, and I'll show you guys the frac rags in a few. All these guys are doing well. You got all the rock nems that have some close-ups right here. They're all over the place. Love those guys. Raja, it's a fast grower. I got my little island of Alivapora. They're all different kinds right here. The clowns usually host it. And here's the other part. I got some Yumas on the floor too. Bounces. Got a clam, more chalices, bubble tip, purple tank. And here are the acros and millies. Got the shelving Sunset Monty. That thing is literally shelving out. Look at it. There's nothing underneath it. It's just shading everything that's below it. And here are the frac rags. They're coloring up like they should. Sour apple is amazing. Here we got some more chalices. Let me see if I can get a top view. Yeah, there you go. But the Looney Tunes is actually growing on the frac rack. Amazing. And this is the way they look. Let me see. Stable is that? Come on. Focus, focus. No, too much. Well, that's as close as I could get. Okay. But yeah, that's it right here. This is the reef tank. Come on, focus, focus. There you go. That's the reef tank. 75-gallon reef, mixed reef. Yeah. And for equipment, I have 4 XR15 Pros, and I have 4 MP10 Vortex for flow. I got one Vectra return pump. It's the smallest one. I forgot what they're called, but got one of those. And underneath, let's see what we got. We got the Dose, best thing I've got ever. Super accurate. I used to have the J-Bow, and I had to upgrade because it stopped working the way it was supposed to. It kept underdosing, so I had to recalibrate it all the time, and that was not fun. This guy received a lot of mixed reviews online. Supposedly it wasn't accurate, this and this and that, but you have to calibrate it. In the beginning, I let it run for 2-3 days, but once you calibrate it with the solution that basically it comes with, which is this guy, it's no good after one use, but after 2-3 days that you got it running, calibrated, and dude, this thing was accurate with my Hana, was accurate with the cellar for calcium, and it was like a few points off my magnesium cellar test, but it was like 340 on the cellar. I mean 1340 I believe, or 13 somewhere at 1340, but it was like a few points off. And this thing rocks. Yeah. So anyone that's looking at reviews on getting one of these things, go ahead. It's fucking worth it. It gives you a super ballpark of what your alkalinity, magnesium, calcium is. I noticed that I wasn't feeding or dosing enough calcium to my system, so this bad boy right here basically told me that my system takes more calcium than I usually thought. But yeah, and on this side we have a Niles skimmer. Look at all that crap. I gotta clean it. I got an algae scrubber. This also helps a lot if you feed heavily. And that's it for equipment, but back to this guy. This is the key. You maintain calcium and alkalinity, not calcium, but if you maintain alkalinity in check, oh my god, your fluctuation in nutrients, when you get high phosphates, high nitrates, everyone freaks out. If your alkalinity is in check and it's stable, it gives you, I've noticed that it gives you more flexibility when it comes to correcting it, and these guys don't hit the dirt. Look how pretty they are. And I've tested my phosphates at 0.25, and look at this. Colors. All this crap right here should be dead if you were to follow the book, but my nitrates, my phosphates right now are 2.7 to 0.27, so they're pretty high, but my system loves them. Look at the polyp extension on those guys. Close enough. Look at that. Polyp extension on every single one of them. Now, I'm not telling you guys to have super